Hi everyone, welcome. Morning Helen, morning Rinkesh bhai.
Good morning, sir.
Morning Helen, good to see you.
Good morning.
And let's see, we have got morning everyone. It's great to see everyone.
Good morning everyone.
So there's a flood of people here, so give me a second. I'm just trying to upgrade our speakers.
Okay, no problem.
So we have got Hemal. Hemal, I'm going to upgrade you shortly.
Thank
We
you.
have, okay, great. So David, you are here.
Break.
Hi, morning
Hi,
David.
Brad.
How are you?
Hello.
And I'm looking for Mr. Prasad Kapre. Let's have a look. Prasadji, if you can just raise your hand. If he has joined, he may not have joined. Give me a second. Okay, Prasadji may not have joined. That's okay. We've got David. We've got Helen. Helen, David, you can. I can ask you to give me a second. I'm just going to upgrade you as a panelist. Helen, can I request you to start your video? And also, David, if I can request you to start your video as well. Morning, everyone.
Hey, hello.
Hi, David. How are you?
Good. Nice sunny day here in England.
Absolutely.
It's always sunny in India.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And so, Rinkesh bhai, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hi, morning, Helen. We see you. Rinkesh bhai, thank you so much for hosting today's session. And we would like to start off with yourself.
Okay.
And if you can just kick off. We have Hemal bhai here, we have David Brough, we have Helen Dimmick here. And we'd like to just say a few words.
Okay.
To start off. Can you hear me? Can everyone hear me?
Yes, sir, I can hear you.
Great, 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 great.
So good afternoon and a warm welcome to all PIN members and our visitors for today. My name is Rinkesh Shah. I'm founder at PIN and I represent my company Nishka Jewels located in Zaveri Bazaar. Pan India Network is a network of jewelers in India. We have over 350 jewelers in 26 countries, 26 cities of India. It was established in the year 2016 and the members have taken a lot of effort, time and resources by traveling across region to members and establish a business. PIN members are very excited, always motivated, and they have always shown a willingness to support each other. And because of this, they get business very quickly. We have recorded a business of over 100 crore. Today, the world have entered in a phase where e-commerce have become not only urgency, but also a necessity for all the business owners. But I personally feel for PIN members, it's an opportunity because if we somehow get our website and all our products over there, it will not only increase the sale, but will also save a lot of efforts, resources, and energy. And the most important, the TYFCB data, what we'll be getting after these deals are done, we can get very useful information which will help us on various factors such as best selling item in India, best ticket size in India, best users, best buyers, and best sellers. And these will help us to plan our business activity, our jewelry product, and we can get more success in our business. But for all of this, it is very important to understand the kind of website we should have and the way it should be organized. Me and my core team have worked selflessly for growth of the member and association. And I personally want to thank all the core team members, especially Jayant Bhai, who have always taken care for us, our today visitors also, and I want a very good health. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Rinkesh Bhai. I really appreciate your words. And you're absolutely right. E-commerce has become absolutely quite important in today's business. Before we start off and move forward, I'd like David Brough from London to just say a few words about his perspective of multi-channel and e-commerce. Before we kick off the afternoon, in your case, a morning for us. So, David, if you can just for just a few minutes, just talk about the importance of marketing visibility and e-commerce as far as retailers and manufacturers are concerned.
Well, hello, everybody. I'm the editor of the digital magazine Jewellery Outlook, and we've been very proactive during this crisis, giving advice to jewellery businesses around the world on best ways forward during and beyond the lockdown. And we've also been launching a series of webinars, including a number of serious senior industry figures, including Indian jewellery leaders who've been giving guidance on this. But one of the key messages coming through is the importance of visibility through the crisis. So this is not the time to keep your head below the parapet. This is the time to have your head well above the parapet and show what you can do, and to use all of the digital channels available for marketing your services. And this is a consistent message that has been coming through the webinars that we've been hosting. Also, the importance of customer service has been mentioned many times by speakers. This is really key, that even though little business may be done in this period, you should still be reaching out to your clients and trying to help them in any way you possibly can. And they'll be really grateful for this at the other end of the lockdown. So yes, omni-channel strategy is very much the way forward. Trade fairs like Vicenza Oro are stating very clearly that omni-channel marketing is the way forward, and the way that they will be progressing using an enhanced blend of digital marketing with physical marketing. I mean, I don't think for a minute physical businesses will be dead after this lockdown, but what is clear is that online business is going to be accelerating right through the various digital channels. So really it's just a question of having the two types of marketing communications working side by side. Jay? Thank
you very much, David. That was great advice, very insightful. Helen, can I just to introduce you to the audience? We've got the Pan India Network. This is probably one of the most progressive groups of jewelers in the country, and I say progressive with a lot of love, because these jewelers have a giving mentality. You know, they really enjoy giving referrals, and as a result of that, if they get business in return, that's just a bonus. But there's a very distinct mindset which exists in this particular group of jewelers, pan India, of which there are three, as Rinkesh said, there's 350 members in this particular group. These are jewelers who are members of a BNI referral marketing platform. So you can imagine this is a group where, you know, there's this propensity to learn, propensity to continuously train, continuously improve, and there's a fantastic mindset of moving on to the next level. So it is one of the most engaged groups, I believe, in India at the moment. And I know that you work with a lot of groups like this. And just if you've got a couple of minutes, just a few words of wisdom with respect to multi-channel e-commerce and what everyone should be doing going forward.
Well, first of all, thank you very much for having me here this morning, and was honoured very much recently to meet Rinkesh in my recent visit to Mumbai. I was struck about how timely this is. This is absolutely your moment to make this happen. In my experience, I've been part of a UK buying group for many years, and during the last year, I served as their interim CEO. I think the key points that you've made, it's about the collective strategy and the data that you get, the intelligence that you get, and then having that mindset to identify those opportunities and to act on them. The approach, the goodwill is really, really essential. And one of the things that I think is also very important, we always have a phrase, your independence is vital, but your collective is you know, your collective will be your survival. And that is about, you will never lose your identity by coming together, but you will achieve so much more than the sum of your parts. And I think that is that's just fantastic. But you'll get so much more from this. It's not just the networking, it's the power of the collective, it's the power of the economies of scale coming together. And be it, you know, whatever issues, be it marketing, be it training, all of these supports can be formalized, can be developed with a lot of creative thinking. So it's a massive opportunity for intelligence and collective.
Thank you very much, Helen, for great words. And Helen, just a quick introduction for Helen, which I forgot to do. My apologies. Helen was the CEO of the UK's largest buying group, the Company of Master Jewelers. She is an independent consultant within the jewelry industry and has run many successful businesses herself in retail and built brands as well. And I would say, and also she's the National Association of Jewelers retail ambassador for the UK. So we're very, very blessed and lucky to have Helen's presence here today. Thank you very much, Helen. And before we kick off and I introduce Mr. Hemal Soni, I'd like to just say a few words regarding regarding e-commerce. And I'm just going to thank you, David. And let me just change the order then. Okay, so when one of the things which has come to the surface when we listen to all the webinars, we listen to all the different advice that's been given. Everyone's been saying how important e-commerce is, how important omni-channel is, how important multi-channel is, and we've been hearing a lot of advice regarding we need to get our act together, and you know, we need to embark on this. But where do we start? The biggest question that is probably on everyone's mind is, where do we start? It's, you know, it's not as straightforward as, okay, we've decided to open a shop. We're going to find a location on a high street. We're going to call an architect. We're going to call a shop fitter, and we're going to build the shop up. And there's passing trade on that particular street, given the real estate of, you know, particular locations in a particular city, in a particular seat, in a particular street. And, you know, and those things seem a lot more straightforward because it's quite simple. You open a shop, you put your stock inside that shop, you put it into a counter, and your customers will automatically come because you are physically visible. So the biggest question, I believe, that's probably there on everyone's mind is what is e-commerce? And I would like to put forward a different question. I would like to put forward a question: why e-commerce? You know, people are talking about e-commerce and omni-channel as if it's some magic wand that suddenly will solve all our problems. You know, and we've got to sort of look at the realistic aspects of what it means to build an e-commerce presence. What are the steps, the baby steps? You know, the change management, the culture change that a company would need to bring into their own, you know, into its team in order to conduct that evolution. So the question is probably not even how. The question isn't where, but the question is why. And I believe that that's the fundamental question everyone needs to ask, is why they want to do e-commerce business. Now that why could be a number of things. That why could be, do I want to do it because it's going to save me from the current the downturn and the lockdown that we're currently in? Is the why going to be because I want to do more business? Is the why going to be because I want to get more customers? Is the why going to be because I want to have a bigger reach? Is the why going to be because we want to be part of, we want this to be part of our overall strategy as a brand? It's a very, very fundamental question, why? And I have my own take on this. As a jeweler based in London, I have embraced e-commerce since 2003. And when I say 2003, I mean, we embarked on the world of e-commerce when I joined the business that my grandfather founded in 1950 in Nairobi in Kenya. And we've been established since 75. When I joined the business in 2003, the first thing I wanted to do was embark on building an e-commerce presence. But can you imagine 2003 as a new person that's just come into the family business, educated, worked in the city, worked in a corporate life. I go to my uncles and my dad and I say, okay, we want to do e-commerce. The first question that is asked is, what is that? Okay, no, we want to sell our product, our jewelry product online. And the first question that comes in, ye bikta hai kya online? Ho sakta hai kya? Is it possible? You know, is it possible to sell jewelry, okay, online without a person touching and feeling it? And I said, I don't know, but I want to try. And the lucky thing for me was that as soon as I joined the business, the old boys left the country and went on holiday. So my dad went to India and my uncle went to Canada on holiday. So leaving me, and you know what they say, when you're left alone, you get up to mischief. So I'd been given a small budget to embark on something, and I realized that actually this is a much bigger commitment when I was doing my research. And then at that point, I decided that it's probably better to explore different ideas, establish a particular platform. And I ended up committing to a budget which was far bigger than my uncle and dads had given me authorization for. And I think because I was so committed in the idea that I realized that actually it would probably be better to ask for forgiveness than to ask for permission. And I think this is the conviction and the commitment that one has to put forward when they're committed to it. So the question is why you want to do e-commerce. And my take, based on the experience that I've had since 2003, selling jewelry online, my take is very, very simple. The only reason to add multiple channels to your toolbox, and this is just a tool, e-commerce is a tool, social media is a tool. The only reason to add all those different tools in your toolbox is to serve your existing customers better. For me, this is a very, very fundamental point to understand, because a lot of people are saying, oh, I want to get new customers. I want to start working in different locations. But if you think about the low-hanging fruits we all have existing customers. How can we serve our existing customers better? And as long as we have that mindset, then everything will start falling into place. Your e-commerce development, your e-commerce objectives, your e-commerce, your social media development, your social media objectives will all fall into the line that we want to serve our existing customers in a better way than we have been doing in the past. And as long as that is the objective, I don't think we can go wrong, because these are the low-hanging fruits if we think about it. You know, why would you want to climb up to the top of the tree and trying to grab a fruit there with all that effort when the fruits are there at your arm's length? So I asked that fundamental question, and when you're listening to Hemal Bhai on his presentation and you're looking at Jewelxy as a possible route to market, it's not the only route to market, it's a possible route to market. It's a very, very firm and solid route to market. And when you're looking at Jewelxy as a possible route to market, you've got to look at you've got to think of one fundamental question. And that fundamental question is, will it help me serve my existing customers in a better manner? Will it allow me to communicate with my customers, in arm's length situation? The other thing that also you have to consider when starting e-commerce, and again, I am available to anyone who wants one-to-one advice on e-commerce and my personal experiences. But one thing, what I will say is the one fundamental thing that when you are thinking about adding new tools, you have to learn how to use these tools. And not just you, but we all have to appreciate and have the patience for our team to be able to use these tools. So that requires a culture change within our own companies, within our team, within our community, that, there's always resistance, there's always this need to be patient. But if you think about what is the easiest way to embark on this journey and build a cultural change within the team itself. So there's a number of different challenges that we're going to face when we're expanding our channels of communication with our existing customers. And one of those challenges is definitely which channel to embrace. What is the quickest and most cost-effective way to build a relationship with our customers in the easiest manner in which our companies can embark on a cultural change and have a mindset of doing different things. We are all used to, putting trays in our counters and handling stock from the safe, but we have to start handling data. We have to start handling images. We have to start having different and new disciplines, which we didn't have before. So without much more delay, I'm going to pass on to Hemal Bhai, and he's going to present one such solution as a route to market, an easy route to market, okay, which will definitely help with the cultural change that we're looking at in our respective companies to embrace this particular channel. So Hemal Bhai, I will hand over to you. Thank you very much. And we look forward to your presentation.
Thank you, Jayant bhai. Good afternoon, everyone. Good morning, Helen, David, and Jayant bhai. Good to see you after a long time. Rinkesh bhai, before I start, I truly appreciate your efforts for the team and the group you're handling, and I am really astonished with the achievement we have with whatever turnover and your thought process of staying together, and that's how we can progress. That's really good. And the questions, like David said, is important, that how do we stay connected during this time with our customers. Helen clearly mentioned that there are a lot of scope. The tar and motor shops can do better. And Jayant bhai rightly said about the cultural shift and a lot of different things we need to learn. Before I can answer your why, how, when, and what, let's go back to the time and we'll see what happened and where we are right now. Let me share my screen so I can start my presentation. Hope I'm clearly audible.
Absolutely.
Right. So basically, we're talking about online jewelry business. Of course, Jayant bhai said we need a mindset, a specific culture to be developed, and what exactly we should expect from new normal. And of course, the conclusion is e-commerce website. Okay, let's go back to the time. You might see a specific word written like jeweler. I mean, this is not specifically what I'm going to say is not specific to a particular standalone jeweler. This is a very broad perspective. It could be B2B and B2C. It could be some independent store, manufacturer, wholesalers, in fact, artisans, karigars, designer, everyone in this picture. That, I mean, few years back, we used to deal and people used to come and visit our stores or come and see physically to us or wherever we are at office or at stores. Rather, sometimes we also go to their travel and meet them personally wherever they are. But the point I'm going to make here is very clear that all you people dealing in this industry since whatever years, you are the most established, influenced, and trustworthy people. That is the best, the most important advantage you have. The established here, what established means is people know you. They must have visited you. They must have visited your shop, factory, office, or whatever. So people know you since long time. Where are you located and what do you do? And the word influence I have mentioned here is, if you have dealt with them, if you have done any kind of business, for jewelers mainly, your customers are not individuals, it's the families, perhaps the relatives of that families, the society where you live in, the clubs you visit, all these are your customers. And the word last, trustworthy, means basically they have a lot of trust on you. You have looked after their all occasions, lastminute.com orders, something sitting with the karigar late night and you have fulfilled the orders. So they trust you. This is what you are. And Jayant bhai, the answer to the question, why is this? This is what you are. This is your legacy. And there is no other better reason than this, that you should look after your customers, stay connected with your customer and give them best experience of whatever you do, irrespective whatever level you are doing. So I think there is no better reason than this, that this is what you are. You have to maintain your legacy. Now, the question is, there are a lot of change happen in last few years. I will not go back in 25 years or 30 years. I'll only talk about 10 years. So what happened quickly in last 10 years? So I will start with yourself first. The reason I'm telling yourself, that you will come to know what has changed. So I'm going to throw a question and I would request all the participants to answer in the chat box, and we'll see what we have to say about that question. The question is pretty simple. What would be your first choice when you are looking for something? Is it search engine or social media? We got only 60 seconds, right? Quickly. There is a poll coming up. You can choose the poll or answer in the chat box.
Hemal bhai, there's a poll at the bottom. If everyone looks on their system, there should be a poll where they can answer these questions.
Yeah, they turn that poll off because I mean it's giving all the questions.
Hemal bhai, I think you're getting all your answers in advance.
Am I? That's better. We got only 60 seconds. And Rinkesh bhai is going to give the reward. Who is going to win? Somebody saying poll move nathi thati. Not scrolling.
Yeah, everyone's answered the poll.
Okay, let's turn it off. Can we see the results?
Yeah, so I've got the results in front of me, and 50. So the first question is, what does a search engine give you? It 52% have said it gives a link, 20% have said it's a video, 44% is it gives an image, and 37% it says it gives a answer.
Okay. What is the answer for this question?
And I'm just sharing the results for the first multiple choice.
Okay.
So I've just shared the answers. So if everyone wants to have a look at the answers, they can have a look at it on the polls.
So can we?
Rinkesh, you've also got the answers for the second question, which is what would be the first choice when you're looking for something?
Okay, 87% said search. That is my question right now. And about 17% said social media.
Okay.
Okay, so we are all clear the power of search engine, not disrespecting other platforms, what they are doing, what they offer. But the first thing, this is what you prefer. So my friend, what I'm trying to say is, this is exactly your customers are doing. This is what exactly they are doing. And I'm sure I'm going to show you how. Let's move to the next slide. So there is no reason I have to tell you, there is no excuse I have to tell you why you are not online or something like this. The importance of online business is vital. This search system or all the technologies has created a specific kind of culture, digital culture, whereby people go online first before buying anything. And of course, not necessarily buying. These are window shoppers. This might be immediate buyers, or this might be planning to buy. So all different kind of customers, but end of the day, the best part is these are filtered. They have got a clear intent of either three of the things they're planning to buy. They want to buy something immediately, or they are just looking at something they might buy in future. I don't know. But in India, right now, everybody knows the population is about 1.32 billion. And approximately in 2030 is going to be 1.5 billion. Now hear carefully what I'm going to say. Everybody knows is going to be approximately 60 to 70% population of India has average age between 27 to 29, right? So that is the low hanging fruits for you, what Jayant bhai mentioned, because an early age, they might be buying something for someone. It could be anything, a small gift, and that is the entry level point. You have to attract them. But the core thing is, when they type something, they search for you. If you're not available, that means, I'm really sorry to say, but Google exactly says that if you are not in my search engine, you don't exist. So I'm not talking about the customer you have already served. I'm not talking about the customers who have visited your store. I'm not talking about the people who are already influenced with your brand locally, offline. I'm talking about the people who are trying to reach to you, but you are not there. And if you are not in the search list, technically you don't exist. That is the first problem. I think this is the most fundamental reason you should be online. Moving to the next slide. Now, we have heard so many things about before Corona and after Corona. Nobody knows what's going to happen clearly after this lockdown and how long the business is going to stay slow. Nobody knows. But the core thing, when we say core thing at the moment during Corona, what can we do, or what is the need of the moment? And I personally think this is the need of the moment. It was there before as well. It's not something created, but right now, when I say need of the moment, this is the need. You need to be visible first. That is the fundamental need. So all your offline activity, like Jayant bhai mentioned clearly, if you can put everything online and try to reach more and more people, that requires upgrading your model. Upgrading model. I'm not saying changing your model. I'm saying upgrading your model. Basically, it's called a hybrid model, whereby you already exist offline and you're trying to do things online as well. And this hybrid model is called O2O, which is offline to online. And you can create business either online, or you can bring that business from online to offline. So need of the moment, first of all, is you need to be visible. And for that, the first step is upgrade your business model. That's something, the new normal, I personally consider for the industry itself, that this is the normal thing for you. So previously, like I said, customers have been to your store. For B2B, you have been to customers' places and sold your products. You might have seen exhibition, you met physically somewhere. Now, today, during Corona and after Corona, the fundamental need is you need to reach your customers. These customers could be your existing customers, like David said. Stay connected with your customers. That's how you can do it. New customers you can find clearly, and this is how we can move forward. The question I asked about how many hours does an average Indian spend online daily, and the options were 6 hours, 8 hours, and 12 hours. Let's see what are the answers. Wow. 77% people says 6 hours. About 24% people says 8 hours. Okay. A quarter of the time of the day, daily 24 hours is 8 hours. 5% people says 12 hours, 14 hours, I doubt. Okay, so we all know there are so many people are stuck to their mobiles, not because of Corona. I mean, according to World Economic Forum, average Indian is spending 7.5 hours every day. This is average. So here somebody said 77% is beyond 77. Average is bigger than 77%. So average is 7.5 hours, which is close to 8 hours per day. So this is the best opportunity which can help you reach your customer if they're online. Now, let me tell you about something what we do. I'll come to the point how we do it. Fundamentally, we simplify the process. I have given an example of a scientific calculator and a simple calculator. And I can assure you, if we put a poll that what calculator you use in your business, is it the scientific one or the next one, simple? And I can almost challenge you, 95% people are using the simple one. So it's not about basics. It's about something very robust, very useful, and it does the job. The idea is there are bigger numbers you can press. There are specific color for buttons which you have to use again and again. There is something like back and forward. You can check your calculation. Bigger letters, solar energy. So this is what exactly we do in terms of technology. We've been doing this since last 24 years, and specifically in our industry, we've been doing this for nearly 4 years now. And personally, I have done for 24 years. So the idea is we simplify the process so you can move fast. We know what works and we know what doesn't work and what you need specifically. And here it comes, I think hold on. Sorry. So here comes Jewelxy now, following this principle so that you can focus on improve your productivity and increase profitability. How Jewelxy can help you? That was the question raised by Jayant Bhai. So I'm going to answer that question now. Basically, we are working for industry since last 4 years, and Jewelxy was launched in April 2017. The idea was to create the best possibility of growth for every individual associated in this industry. So Jewelxy is India's first AI-powered B2B, B2C business portal and international gems and jewelry marketplace, which fundamentally connects user, buyers, and sellers. And I'm proudly presenting what we have achieved so far. We have about 190,000 listed business in our portal, nearly about 85,000 verified, and about 4,000 cities and from 140 countries. Traffic wise, we have got very good, not really tie-up, but I would say Google is my best friend. That's why we are getting very high ranking and good traffic from Google, which is 35% is direct and almost 63% is organic, which is coming through search engines. And the traffic from India is 75% and globally 25%. Business reach in we've been active for 3 years now. So my team physically have been in different exhibitions. We have met personally a lot of different people in different places. My team have visited the offices, showrooms, and different places. Friends, we have seen 35,000 people face to face almost more than 5 times. And I'm sure you must be receiving every now and then different messages from Jewelxy. It could be SMS, it could be from social media. So we have reached 50,000 industry people more than 20 times in last 3 years. We have today almost 1,200 plus premium members. All their solutions are powered by Jewelxy. And also what we do is We do an awareness program. We have done almost 9 programs in 35, cumulative 35 cities, and almost 4,000 plus jewelers have attended. So without doubt, I can say we are the India's leading gems and jewelry marketplace. And most important, like these are the awards we have received from different organizations purely working in technology and government bodies, specifically Information Communication Technology for Sustainable Development, Ministry of Commerce and Information Communication Department. Goa Ministry has given us an award back in 2018 by the CM Pramodji. The second one is M Billion 2018. It's again powered by Facebook, empowering businesses to move towards digitalization. And the last one was given by a Deputy High Commissioner of UK, Mr. Peter Cook, this year. So this is what we have achieved so far for different kind of titles with largest, most innovative, things like that. Now I'll come to the solution what Jewelxy offers and how we can help you. So again, there is a question, there is a perception that e-commerce is all about selling. And that is the reason I have this question for you. And let me see how many people and what they have answered. Besides selling online, what would you expect from e-commerce website? 79% people says brand awareness. 50% says online catalog. 51% says engage customers. 49% people says lead generation, and 50% says increase footfall. So beyond selling, I'm not wrong if I say 65% of the reason of having online website, complete functional and engaging web content, is about engaging brand awareness and lead generation. So let me say what Jewelxy and what we offer specifically. We help you build your presence online with all these objectives, whether it is brand awareness, creating your online catalog, engaging your customers, generating leads, increasing store footfall, improving your search ranking, bringing more traffic to your website, remarketing, business network, and ultimately selling online. So all the objectives more or less are covered by Jewelxy, which you can embrace and use it straight away. We do this in 3 different formats. First is with the help of portal, and then your website, and being your growth partner. Right. So portal basically helps you eliminate the limitations, physical limitation of your offline store, which was in a particular street or particular area or in the city. So once you connect on Jewelxy, you are basically raising the bars of the limitation of that physical borders. You're expanding your network, your market, and connecting buyers and sellers on Jewelxy. Once you get premium member, you get higher priority ranking. You can create your online catalog. Of course, you can generate more leads. You can ask people for multiple quotations, as well as Jewelxy itself is your business directory, and you can have ready to use and easy to manage website. Ultimately, cumulatively is improving your search ranking. Okay, what we offer in the website, that is the first medium of getting connected with your consumers, with your existing customers, potential customers, and new customers. So website is your first official online trustworthy identity. So we offer you a secure and trustworthy identity. It comes SEO optimized. You create your online catalog. It's mobile friendly for your customers to use from mobiles, tabs, computers, laptops, anything. And also it gives you visitors analytics, that who visited your site from where and when. And finally, it's easy to manage. It's completely e-commerce ready. Also comes with Android and iOS mobile application options. So before we move forward, let's have a look on the demo, how Jewelxy adds value practically, say from Google. I have to share another screen. Just give me a second. All right, can you see the screen? Okay. So let's see how users search on Google. Imagine people, somebody's typing, searching from outside India, maybe supplier. So if you say B2B, gold jewelry, supplier in India, for example, you'll see different results. As we have done the poll was, I'm just checking the poll, give me 1 second. Right, what does the search engine give you? 50% people says link, 20% says video, 44% says image, and 37 people says answers. Let's see Google, what Google gives us. Few links, few answers. So this is how B2B search happens. Let's say a consumer looking for something in specific area, gold jewelry in Mumbai. So again, local businesses, links, answers. Somebody searching for diamond necklace design. Wow, now you see images. Again, links, videos, platforms, map. Say 916 Caesar Jewelry. Again, B2B wholesaler. So for B2B, here is the first answer, how Jewelxy can help. If somebody is typing specifically any keywords with B2B, here you can see Jewelxy. This is again a Jewelxy's customer. This is Jewelxy's customer. Let's have a look on one of the link. It brings to Jewelxy. You can see the business name here, his location, since when he has joined Jewelxy, and number of products has been uploaded on Jewelxy. You can contact the supplier directly by clicking here. So you can get quote. You can check supplier's profile. And here is a link of his website. If you click here, so traffic has been diverted directly to your website, direct from Jewelxy. So from Google comes to Jewelxy to your website. If I go back, so this merchant's website was listed on Google already. So someone can click here. And can come directly to the website straight away. On Jewelxy, you can search according to the categories. You can directly jump into a directory. You can go to a particular city. These are all premium members. You can go specifically with the category, maybe exporter, or sorry, manufacturer. Again, the website has been done by Jewelxy. You can go to the vendor site straight away from here. And because this vendor is specifically working in B2B, He doesn't want anybody to see it. So there is a barrier that people have to register. If they allow, then they can see it. So even if you are in B2B segment or B2C, you can leave your website open for everyone to see, or maybe you can have this kind of restrictions as well. So let me come back to my presentation slide. Right, so to achieve this, the way it works is once you become a member of Jewelxy, we offer you the premium members benefits. We offer you a business website, and this is how we support you. We promote your business in our events, in all our social network, everywhere. So basically, that's how we can tell people that this is your website, or this is your contact details, and this is what you do, and the location wherever you're located. We help you, we train you, we teach you everything, what to do step by step. Of course, anytime if you had any problems, you can contact the support team. And also every month you'll get a specific report of what's happening on your website, how many products has been seen by whoever, from which channel, what day, all these kind of reports we discuss with you every month. And one of the vital thing is for any vendor, any merchants, or any of your businesses, that you don't need to look after the maintenance or hosting or renewal or anything about any technical side. All we want you to do is focus on your business, upload the products, and rest of the things will be taken care by my team. Everything zero maintenance. We got the answer for this already. What does the Google search engine gives? Now, friends, this is one of my favorite slides, and I think you must very carefully listen to this and make a note of all the figures I'm going to give you right now. Before Jio came, or perhaps when Jio entered in India, this was the figure on your left hand side. Approximately 28% people were window shoppers on India back in 2016. And it has been projected by 2021, approximately almost 59% people will be shopping, looking to buy something online. So this is your already driving force of people coming to your website or your portals. Now, the best part is, I don't really like to mention brand names, but I will definitely admire one brand which started before Jio, on the days when we used to go and when we see people, when we used to ask them, can I have your Wi-Fi password? Because there is a high rates of using internet. And this company started everything before this era. So yes, friends, you're right. I'm talking about CaratLane. They were the risk takers. They started back in 2007. And surprisingly, for first 6 years, they didn't had any offline store. And that's why they are considered in gems and jewelry industry, the trendsetters. And let me tell you, friends, this is the best moment you can do that as well. Now, in India, approximately 400,000 or maybe up to approximately 500,000 businesses are associated in this industry. And I can tell you, there are only 25 names appears on Google every now and then. You type in anything you like, any keywords, any kind of words. So out of 4 lakhs, there are only 25 people at the moment are seen on Google. So this is the moment you can stay ahead of your competitors. You can always stay on Google if you start adopting technology right now and stay online. You can belong to, I mean, it's 13.5% is a big number. I don't know when we are going to achieve 13.5 number, but 13.5 for you is the best opportunity. We have seen people that they were the best in the market, like you had offline store, you might be best in the market, but we all know what happened to Nokia when they didn't update their system or whatever requirement of the customers. And we all know there are laggards. They are waiting for everybody to migrate, everybody to upgrade. And I'm talking about the people who purchased color TV because the black and white TV was not available. So I cannot tell you more that what is the best time you should start. But I can assure you what is the opportunity you're looking forward for early birds. I mean, if you adopt technology right now. Now, to summarize what we have discussed about Jewelxy, how it can help you, the fundamental things, it makes you discoverable online. That's the fundamental thing Jewelxy does, with 3 different combinations of as a platform, as your own website, and our cumulative effort by my team, offline promotions, supporting you, and zero maintenance, so you can focus on your business. That is the first thing we do. And of course, all our solutions are ready to use, easy to manage. They're all SEO optimized. mobile friendly, exclusive promotion on Jewelxy events and networks, training and support, zero maintenance. What your customers get, a secure, trustworthy identity. They can explore your designs, new collections, everything. A great customer experience. They can navigate all your items. Again, it's mobile friendly, like I mentioned before, from mobile, from tab, from computer, from laptop, anything, anytime, anywhere. And also we have few things which buttons are enabled on your websites, so they can contact you easily. So in a nutshell, basically, we are helping you with all the objectives, which is brand awareness, online catalog, engaging customers, generating leads, search ranking, web traffic, business network, remarketing, increasing store footfall, and selling online. So these are the plans we offer. Once you become Jewelxy member, if you see on your left hand side, of course, it's free to try. The reason we have left free to try is because we want you to try, basically see the platform, how it works. But these are the features. You get priority ranking according to the membership. If you are a gold member in jewelxy.com, your ranking will be higher. You can post n number of requests, whatever you want to buy. You can upload your products almost unlimited. You can design different catalogs, like according to the category or according to the collection, 50 catalogs. You can take context from the system directly without moving from your place, directly from your mobile, about 350 contacts a year. You can reply approximately almost 1800 queries using the membership. We do business verification, checking your PAN cards and GST. So there is no problems for you whether the business is trustworthy or not. You can search n number of time. Of course, in a free limit, there are limitations. You can only search within the India, and very few number of searches you can do. And the most important, you get your own business website once you be a premium member. Now, there are a lot of different options we offer in this business website, which you can see on your right hand side. First of all your business website are ready to use and easy to manage. Of course, they're SEO optimized. They're mobile friendly. Now you can create your catalogs dynamically. You can change your banners anytime you like. You can post variety of pop-ups with your announcements and news. Of course, if you're a retailer, if you want to change your gold and silver rate, you can do it. Of course, your customers can create wish list and add to cart. And if you got an e-commerce embedded version, they can buy as well. And on every website, there is a verified page that your business is verified by Jewelxy. So all these options are available with variety of options, like you can add, or later on you can upgrade to the version. If you are ready with the blogging system, you can get that system added without any hassles. If you're in B2B, we offer you access control that a limited kind of people or any specific authorized people can see. So we have that options as well. And like I said, for e-commerce, if you want to just start with without e-commerce, without getting payment system integrated, you can do that later as well. And anytime you like, you can have your own Android and iOS application for your customers to go through. Now the pricing structure is pretty simple. We have kept it very simple. There is only one-time cost, and that cost includes annual membership with your website, hosting, maintenance, and number of training and support. One-time cost. And there is an additional cost every year, which is your membership has to be renewed. If there is a disaster recovery which is not in the plan, then there is an additional charge. Anything you add, like for example, you move to blogging, you move to access control or add payment gateway, all kind of add-ons are additional cost. And of course, any software updates, any version updates are on top. I hope I have given an overview of Jewelxy, how it works, and how we add value to your business. And I would like to welcome any questions if you have any.
That was a great presentation, Hemal Bhai. Thank you very much. We've got quite a few raised hands at the moment. I'm going to allow them to speak and ask their questions. So first question is from Mr. Rishabh Mehta. I'm just going to get you to talk 1 minute. If you switch on your mic.
Hold on.
Hi.
Hi, Rishabh. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you? Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Great. So I heard the whole thing, and what still bothers me is how does it work for a small retailer?
Okay. See that the core idea of Jewelxy, when I said the reason we launched Jewelxy is to help every individual, because see, running a business offline, it might be very easy for you because it was, you've been doing this day in, day out, or maybe you have been got in the hereditary, your father taught you, so your grandfather must have taught your father. But to deal with technology is totally something new for you. So that is why we have designed everything easy to use. So minimal number of people, maybe yourself, maybe, yeah, minimal number of resource. Our systems are designed in a way, everything is managed from your mobile. So no additional cost. Maybe you don't need more people. So the system is designed in such a way, you can start tomorrow without much efforts. That's why I can proudly say is we have almost 1200 plus members, a very big number of people, they manage everything by themselves, and we help each and every customers how to do, what is lacking, how to optimize. I mean, that's how we want everybody to move towards physical to digital, and that's what we are doing.
Okay. Another question, quick one, follow up. On the last screen that we just saw, there was a reply quotes, almost 1800, you said.
Per year, yes.
For a year. Now, what does a reply quote really mean? And if it were to be only 6 reply quotes for a day, then does it really work? I mean, how does that really benefit a retailer? I might probably more.
Right. Now you have to consider your ticket size. I mean, what amount you are going to gain from every reply. You know, out of 1700, say if you're paying an X amount to Jewelxy for premium membership, including website and support and maintenance and everything. So to make it profitable, how many leads you want to get it convert? So out of 1750, can you convert 10%? So if it is 175 out of that 1750, I mean, now you have to decide each and every individual query's ticket size, and then judge your profit. Because the way we see it, probably only one conversion can cover everything, and second conversion you can start making profit.
Okay, got that.
Does I answer the question?
Brilliant, thank you very much. And another question is by Mr. Naveen Patel. He's also, I'm just going to switch his mic on. Hi, Mr. Naveen Patel.
Hello, sir. Am I audible, sir?
Yeah.
I want to ask that they have said that in the charge offer, they will charge some amount, and that is include the website they will make. And if I have my own website already, then there will be a charge difference in that.
Right. We strongly believe we have very good footprints online. We can create a better footprint compared to any existing website. I'm not saying your website is not good enough. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is, the way we have designed, we follow very carefully what Google wants, what your consumers are looking for, and what kind of queries they are doing. So having an additional website, there is no additional maintenance cost for you. If you add a product, it automatically gets updated in jewelxy.com and on your website automatically. So it adds a value in a way that generating more leads and a stronger footprint online. Also, like you said, you have got an existing website. We can connect your website on or your Jewelxy profile, as well as the website we have given to you. We can have a banner on that website as well. So you can connect 2 different websites at the same time.
Mr. Aman Mehra would like to ask a quick question. He's got his hand raised. 1 minute. Hi, Mr. Aman Mehra.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. I have a...
I can't hear you.
Sorry, Mr. Aman Mehra, if you can unmute.
Hi, good evening, everyone. Am I audible now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, good evening, sir. Thank you for your valuable time. My question is that, do you have any special strategy for Indian buyers and sellers both? Because I feel India is a typical market.
Correct. So basically, I mean, for that question, the answer is pretty simple. We approach Rinkesh bhai, and you have a very specific close group. And like you said, you have more or less more referrals and business happening within the group. In that respect, we can create a specific page on jewelxy.com for PIN members, so you can see all the activities. And the whole idea of Jewelxy and all the solution is connecting buyers and sellers. We don't really insist for B2B specifically to deal online. So you have to meet somewhere physically. So the idea is before seeing people, you can filter whether you would like to meet that person, whether in the exhibition or whether by traveling to the place wherever they are. So it helps in a way, it filters and it eliminates, it helps you save time, your money and your energy in a bigger picture, that you can filter your leads and expand your network.
Yogesh ji, hi, how are you? In Delhi, would like to ask a question. He's got his hand raised.
Sir, yeah, hi, hello everyone.
Yes.
I have two verticals, 70 to 30 ratio, wholesale and retail business, and primarily I'm into silver business. So, for retail, I got your point. And for wholesale, if I want to promote my B2B business and retail business, then, how can I, strategize that on your platform? And also, my second question is I'm into flash sales of, statement designs. So every month we create with the help of our designers and karigars, and we create, statement pieces, and we make limited stock of that, maybe 10 pieces or 20 pieces. Now, how can I, launch flash sale on Jewelxy if I, enroll for your services? So these are two my questions, B2B and flash sales.
Right. As of now, we don't have announcements of new offers. Of course, new collection there is. So which you have to do on your website. You can update your banners, you can have pop-ups, and you can bring traffic. You can engage consumers and your followers from different social media networks and bring it to your website and create a habit whereby they come and see you every now and then, or maybe every month whenever you're going to launch a new product. So your website can work in that manner. And for wholesale, the best part is we are very closely connected with the local markets. Maybe it could be Ahmedabad, it could be Mumbai. As of now, we are more in Gujarat, Surat, Vadodara. So we can directly refer you. That's the first thing. We can promote your website and product on our social media. Also, we can recommend all our retailers that you are a silver supplier, and they should be contacting you as well. So in that respect, we are helping you to reach more and more people. Now, I showed an example of one of our customers that they have a restricted access on their website. So this website, which you are dealing in wholesale, you can have a restricted access whereby only a registered and verified member can access.
We have another question. We have a question from Mr. Deepak Vora in Delhi. Hi, Deepak ji. If you would like to ask your question.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yes.
My question is ticket size. Now, I was given to understand, that seems wrongly so, that the ticket size on web sales is much lower, much smaller than the ticket size on actual physical sales, actual showroom sales. And therefore, they suggested me to work on a model of with AR and VR.
Okay.
3D product model, so as to be able to sell.
Okay.
Now, am I on the right track, or my presumption is wrong that the ticket size is not small?
No. Let me clarify. We had a poll, first of all, that what do you see as an e-commerce website apart from selling? How do you see it? So there are 9 different objectives apart from selling. Yeah, that all adds value to your brand, to your store. It brings footfall, it's a brand awareness, it's a great experience for your customers to see your products, new products, your offers and everything. It helps you stay connected, engage them. For B2B, generate more leads. Of course, getting higher ranking on search. So there are a lot of different elements attached to a e-commerce solution. Now, when we talk about AR and VR, let me ask you, sir, since when you have your e-commerce website active? Hello?
Payment option 3-4 years ago.
3 to 4 years. So you
with a
must
payment
have,
option.
You have an e-commerce active website since last 4 years, right?
Yeah.
So obviously you have all the analytics of your websites, how many people have visited, and all the different objectives. That could be inquiries, that could be footfall, that could be engagement within the website, how many people are navigating what for how long, everything you can see it. So
yes, we do have the data. However, the problem is that what we see is the business, which is larger business, normally happens through a telephone call, IVR number on the website,
right,
and less through swipes.
right.
Maybe we're not doing it correctly.
No, it's not about correctly, sir. It's the objective. Which objective you are focused on? Do you want to sell?
Ultimately, the bottom line is sales.
Yeah, that is true. That is how we see growth. But like I said, this growth, there are different lot of elements are attached to that growth. So your website agenda is to sell online or to bring your customers to your store.
Sell online.
Sell online. Then you have to follow us. So then you need to go through entire of our analytics, what people have seen so far and never inquired, what people have seen on your website and inquired, and what people have seen and bought. And from that perspective, it will give you a clear idea whether you should be investing in AR, VR right now, or maybe after a few months or whenever. Because there is no yes or no answer.
AR, VR as virtual showrooms with the customers coming in from the website.
Yeah, but again, the core thing is it's a great technology, but right now, whatever level you are, is it really right now? Is it the need? Is it something you need desperately so that you can improve all the elements, acquisition, conversion, retention, and that can be figured out from your previous data.
No, we normally have one last question, sir.
Yeah, sure.
We normally, Jayant, by one last question. We normally sell through showrooms, physical showrooms, and we see in the foreseeable future over the next 6-8 months that there will be less walk-ins, less people visiting our physical showrooms because of social distancing and perhaps reoccurrence of lockdowns, opening up, lockdowns happening again and again. We see a physical fear in the customers.
Right.
So therefore, I was talking about AR and VR. I mean, I'm looking at the current situation at this moment.
Right. I mean, the example is in front of you anyway. If you embed a hybrid model, that's why I clearly mentioned on my third slide that an offline business and then robo culture and then the new normal. The new normal is reach your customer where they are. So the hybrid model, what CaratLane adopted is try at home, and that was not the core purpose to try at home only. But try at home, you can buy online, check online and come into our store and buy. So strategy, I mean, again, that depends on the analytics you have.
I would like to just answer one question which Deepak ji has asked. He's talking about ticket sizes and whether it's possible to do sales above a certain level of ticket size. It fundamentally, based on my experience, it fundamentally falls into one element, which is your trust and relationship with the clients that are coming to your website and whether they're calling you. Ultimately, what I mentioned earlier was that your website, your e-commerce presence, whether you've got a listing in Jewelxy, these are all part of your tools to fundamentally, and this is where we don't want to lose our eye off the ball, because the only thing that matters is our relationship with the customer. So if these tools enable us to get closer to our customers, then there is no question of what the ticket size is. Ticket size becomes irrelevant, because then you've got the whole gamut and levels of different ticket prices, even above a certain level. Once that relationship is there, the trust is there. And again, if the relationship is being managed in a systematic and proper manner. So I think if we focus on the relationship and these as being enablers for us to enhance our relationships with our existing customers and also our ability to serve our customers better, then you can see everything is possible from that point of view. I'd like to give Mr. Manish Garg a chance to ask a question. He's got his hands raised as well. Give me a second. Mr. Manish Garg.
Yeah, hi.
Hi, Manish, please.
Yeah, hi. My question is, does it bring an internal competition to us because there would be more similar products by the other vendors also online on Jewelxy? And second question would be, what is the cost structure annual as well as renewal cost every year for us, for a small vendor like us?
Right. Let me answer the first question. I mean, how many customers you can tap in first? That is the first thing. It doesn't matter whether it creates an competition or not. At the same time, if you see in Mumbai, Jewellery Bazaar, if you come to Ahmedabad, if you go to Jaipur, there are fixed market and people walking to the market, and there are n number of stores. End of the day is the customer who decide where he wants to buy from. Like Jayant Bhai truly said very clearly, it 100% depends on your relationship and what is your offering. So cost competition is out of question. That's how I see it. And the most important thing is who can reach first. That is more important. That is the competition.
Okay,
That
okay.
How do you stay? Sorry, what was the second question, sir?
Second question is, what is the cost structure annual as well as renewal cost for a small vendor like me?
Again, you have to consider the ticket size in terms of price.
No, that is fine, but just a tentative cost idea. Ticket size, you can consider anything between a ring or a tops, like small items like 10,000, 20,000.
Right. Again, that is very subjective. So I will not go to the ticket size and number of transactions you do, because there are 10 different elements which enhances your, which gives you a sustainable business in future.
Okay.
So it starts from approximately 24,000 per annum.
Per annum. Okay. That's
and the renewal, the question for renewal was, is less than 30% every year.
24,000 is an annual cost, right?
That's correct. Yeah.
Okay. Renewal would be much lesser, na? 5,000 something.
It starts from 24. It can go up to 1 lakh,
it can go up to 1 lakh.
2 lakh, whatever you want, but it starts from, because
thanks, Hemal.
No problem. Thank you.
Thanks.
Mr. Kumar Pal Jain has got a question.
Yeah.
Hi, Mr. Soni. Well, see, basically, those manufacturers like me in PIN. So I have a concern, like, do we get to connect to, the overseas, buyers like US and Europe? Do we get a chance to even get connected to them over this portal?
Okay. If you see the statistics I gave, let me jump to the slide so we can discuss about that slide. Here is the answer. We are getting 25% hits globally. We have not started any offices, any marketing, any support in any of the countries. There is no efforts we have done so far. Having said that, this year in IIGS, we met NAJ representative Lindsay and Ambassador Helen. We were talking about this, how do we start as soon as possible with UK first and moving forward, moving towards US and maybe Middle East and Hong Kong and places like that. So right now we are getting leads. Right now people are trying to reach people like you. So there is a possibility, yes. I don't have right answer how many right now, but there is things happening right now.
All right. I was talking about B2B.
Yeah, B2B.
All right. Perfect. Yep. Thank you.
Mr. Amarnath Gupta has got a question.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, Amarnath Gupta from Bangalore. We have got a store in Bangalore and we are the manufacturer. It's a boutique style. So the thing is, coming to online is only with respect to the, we are going to create the designs with our in-house team. It will take 1 month to 3-6 months, depends upon the things and all. So the online thing is going to get exposed. Suddenly that is what we wanted, because we are not going to keep the stocks abundant. It's a boutique store. It will be a customized and things like that. So how things will be helpful with respect to online? So how precautionary has to be taken? How exactly it can be, do the business with respect to today's scenario?
Right. That's a great question. One of my favorite, because 9 out of 10 customers ask us, we don't show our designs. 9 out of 10, trust me. And there are 3 different answers. First is clearly, you must be in the industry since long time. So if I'm not wrong, anything before 2017, whatever you have designed in entire of your lifetime, you must have some records. So your customers or your potential customer should be able to see that collection at least. So if they are not able to see what you are doing, where are you from, there is no way you can generate any more leads, and there is no way you can expand your market. So first thing I would say, at least you should be first reachable, and then people can see what exactly you offer. That's the first thing. Secondly, It's very clear, sir. If it is out of sight, it is out of mind. Or Hindi में कहते हैं जो दिखता है वही बिकता है. So when you're talking about growth, we need to show. That is the simple answer. And I told you how to show. Third, we give you an option whereby you can have a restricted area, only certain people can access to whatever collection you have. So choice is yours, so which way you want to follow, and breaking the barriers, not following the barriers, but what are the out of box and out of that bubble, what can you do? So this is, I think this is the best way. At least show them what we have done in past.
Brilliant. I've got a question from Radha Ghantasala. 1 minute. I'll just allow to talk. Hi, Radha ji.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Yes, I can hear.
Yeah. Hi.
Hi.
I'm from Hyderabad. So Hyderabad is full of South Indians. Here capacity is more of buying jewelry, but
Right.
almost all jewelers have same type of jewelry. So how can we differentiate, like designing or competition from the different sites? Like if you go to Jewelxy or Kalyan Jewelers, the same designs we'll see. And again, if we go to same store, we can see the same jewelry. So how we can compete? How to get the traffic?
The best part is the technology is helping you to reach your customers before anyone can do. Doesn't matter what brand, what other brand existing in the market, what level of, what size of stores they have, that is out of question anyway. And most important is the sentiments and the connection between you and your customer. I mean, like when you say there is no competition between design, there is only one thing is left, is your relation and how you deal with your customer. Of course, price does matter, but that doesn't come. The first question is not the price. First question is whether is available or not. Can we see it? Can we try and come in? Whatever. Those are the questions. So again, the way I see it, it's a huge market. We traditional jewelers or anybody doing any offline business, they have not even started exploring the opportunities.
Okay. One more question is, all these sites are doing affiliate marketing. So is this possible for Jewelxy also?
Okay. Now Jewelxy premium membership includes everything anyway, but the whole idea of giving you your own website, that's so that you can bring customers from different various platforms to your website and showcase the products and specialties you have. We have done a webinar through different webinar hosts, and which covers entire omnichannel marketing segments. I will leave the link in the group later on, so you can see that yes, there are options of paid marketing which can generate a lot more traffic to your website and awareness of your product, and you can increase your sales.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Mr. Amarnath Gupta has got some questions.
Sure.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, the thing is, according to your this thing, the even website creation will be done by you.
Sure.
So that, yeah, so that it is going to be individual website, or it will be linked to Jewelxy website only.
It's a separate website. What is your jeweler's name or your company name, sir?
Vivan Gold and Diamond.
vivangoldanddiamond.com. Put it that way.
Yeah.
Separate. So you're getting double benefit when you upload a product from your mobile phone, either to the website or to the Jewelxy. It goes on both the channels.
Okay, right. Because what I thought is, if you wanted to show our website, we can't able to make a Jewelxy website. So we have to put our brand name itself on our visiting cards or whatever it may be, the displays and all. So that directly customers go into our website of our own customers.
Yeah,
so
that is the whole idea, sir.
Yeah, other people can come through the Jewelxy also to our website. That's a different route.
Correct. Not only Jewelxy, Google, we have got very strong footprint in Google. I mean, like I said, more than 4 lakh impressions per month, every month in Google. So what percentage you can bring to your profile or to your website from that 4 lakh?
Okay. So this is the best time to start with this from you, because we don't have any work now. Actually, doing our designs only, that's all. So that we can start from tomorrow, so that we can, with respect to COVID and all, when we go to showrooms, before that we can have to capture something. That's what I thought. So how can you able to help?
Let me clarify that. Let me clarify that. Google, the Google is hungry for content. He wants to serve people. So the day you start uploading your content, and the day we start forwarding your content to Google, from that day he's going to start showing you. So what day you want to be with Google and to reach your customers who has got 100% intent either to come and see you, talk to you, and try your product. What day is the best? I mean, sir, that you have to decide.
No, that's okay, because we have got in a social media presence and Google presence, everything we have done it. It has not been done properly, full potentially. We have not done anything like that.
Right.
So that how can you able to help so that we can able to, achieve the results and efficiency can be increased through your website or through your, sort of thing like that. How exactly you can help out?
Yeah.
So it
I would
depends
like to
on
request you contact my team later on, and they will show you a proper demo and everything step
by
by step.
Thanks, Amanatji. I'd like to move on to a question with Khushbu Gala. Khushbu ji?
Hello, everyone. Yeah.
Hi.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so my question is that, like you said, any number of jewelers can be on your platform, right? Say there is a customer who is searching for any kind of jewelry, it can be diamond or gold, in one particular location, and there are multiple jewelers who are registered with you in the same location. How are you going to optimize the search for any particular jeweler?
On Jewelxy itself?
Yes.
So Jewelxy basically at the moment segregates customers with the type of membership they have. So if somebody is free, obviously the ranking automatically goes down, number 3rd automatically. And if you're a silver member, you are above bronze. And if you're gold, obviously above silver. So that is how we have ranked customers at the moment. But when customers
all have the same kind of membership.
Yeah, then they can see all of them. End of the day, they will decide where to click and.
Hemal bhai, sorry to interrupt the conversation. Could you, this is a very interesting question, and I think Khushbuji, this is a great question that you've asked. Hemal bhai, can you give an example very quickly on Google, an example where one of your retailers who has logged in and is powered by Jewelxy on their domain name, how visible they are on Google on certain keywords? Have you got an example of that?
Let me show you.
So if you go to google.com,
give me 1 second. Let me close all this. Can you see my screen?
Yeah. Because I have my own opinion regarding marketplaces versus having your own domain and your own e-commerce presence. I think both are very, very necessary. But as a retailer, my first objective would be to build my own relationships with my own customers. Remember, when you're selling through platforms like Flipkart or Amazon, you are facilitating the sale of their customer, of Amazon's customer. You are facilitating the sale of Amazon's customer, and they're taking a cut, whatever it is, quite rightly. They're doing that. But when we're using our own domain and our own platforms to manage the relationships with our customers, then then that relationship is ours.
Now, your customer means wherever you belong to, wherever is your showroom, and the customer, I believe, might have migrated and may have been moved somewhere, or maybe just want to see online what you are offering, being his local jeweler. Let me take an example of a maybe tier 2 or tier 3, which is not really, which doesn't have a really big name in map, but let's see, Amreli is a district in Gujarat. Of course, you can see sponsored maps and whatever is available. So here you can see an example of madhuvangold.in, and that is powered by Jewelxy. If someone clicks here, my net connection is dropping. You jump directly to his website.
And I think one thing which is noteworthy here is that nowhere here can we see Jewelxy. It is Madhuvan Golda.
Yes.
It's their website. The customers come onto their brand and they're able to manage that. And I think this is one of the key USPs of Jewelxy, that enabling your catalogs in Jewelxy allows you to then power your own website in the most cost-effective manner.
Like here in local region, people prefer whatever call their products with their name, not English name, for example. So one of the product very popular is copper cudley, which is kind of a bangle. So if you're looking for a design, for example, not buying, just searching for it, you can see tons of designs. Again, with this particular keyword, say Saideep is Jewelxy's customer, Nakoda Bangles, Jewelxy itself, Shakti, VN. See, almost top 5 is all Jewelxy. Pinterest, of course, not Jewelxy. Siddhanchal is Jewelxy. There are so many things. The reason I answered the question to the gentleman, the day you start feeding Google, he will start bringing traffic to you straight away. Let me give you an example of something like I just mentioned before as well. Hallmark has done very good job. Now people have moved slowly towards typing 916 rather than 22K. So anything with 916, say like CZ Jewellery. Because I'm sitting in Ahmedabad, you can see a lot of things nearby me. But again, in the maps, all 3 customers, what you see, Kenvi, Jineshwar and Satwa, they're all Jewelxy customer. Jewelxy, Kenvi, Jewelxy customer. Kenvi, Two Links, Sonarka, Kala Gold. These are all Jewelxy and nothing else apart from Jewelxy on first page. There is nothing else. So this is how we can add value to X number of N number of businesses, whatever you're doing. But the day you start, we can start pumping your content to Google and you'll be seeing a lot of inquiries.
So I'm going to ask Mr. Vikas Rastogi to ask a question. Give me a second. Vikas Rastogi, if you would like to ask your question.
On my behalf, my daughter is asking a question.
Good afternoon, sir. So thank you for enlightening us in this business. So my question to you is, how can the jewelry business serve the customers who deal with the low income group like post this pandemic? As we see, like there are 45 to 55% of people jewelry business who rely on the low budget income group. So how could it serve them after post this pandemic?
So the ticket size of the customers is their budget is low.
Not the budget is not low, sir. Actually, they belong to low income group, like the worker class. We can say that. Like
what we have seen in some of the part of rural nearby us in Gujarat, when people are dealing with, say, farmers, for example, or like you said, any of the people who have got fixed income, people working for government offices or whatever, they have fixed income. So there are a lot of different schemes they offer, whereby they can partly invest some money in that business, and end of the whatever term, they can buy something, whatever they want. So that is what we have seen so far. But again, I'm not really the expert for retail businesses, but this is what I have seen.
So how will online help in this scenario, like a post-pandemic, to serve these kind of people?
The first thing it does is help you to stay connected with your customer. That is the first thing it does. It's pretty simple. Out of sight is out of mind. Yeah,
so that is for the high income group. I'm asking for the low budget people. Like online, they don't have the facility to search online, and they post this pandemic, I don't think so people will we'll serve them, like do sanitize your jewelry and then we'll show you. So it would be a very difficult task to serve them.
You need to see the probability, because when you say you want to deal with only specific segment, then that is a problem. I mean, you need to see in a broader perspective, apart from that segment, what other segment you can reach to. That is the whole idea of being online, that you're breaking your limits. Yeah, that is a region, that is an area, that is a community or whatever. You're breaking the limits.
Could this also be the cultural change that we're talking about,
Absolutely.
where if we've got customers in low income groups, or perhaps if we've got customers who may not necessarily have ready access to the technology or e-commerce or websites, but then I think that's one of the fastest growth at the moment, isn't it, in terms of visibility? How many mobile users there are? I think you had a statistic somewhere that's probably one of the fastest.
Almost more than 1 billion.
And I think it's penetrated even the rural areas, and everyone would have access to some website or something like that. And I think online banking
that is
is
the
being done.
opportunity. Now, recently, yesterday, we saw there is a collaboration between two big giants, specifically to empower the small businesses, Karyana stores. So, I mean, whoever uses the smartphones, I mean, those are your customers.
And all your websites are responsive to mobile?
Absolutely, it is, yeah. All of them mobile friendly.
So I suppose it's really about informing that customer group, isn't it? That look, we are now, our designs you can actually research online, and you can have them reserved within the store before you even come. So
even if they don't know you, they can still reach to you because they're looking for it. And that is the best part. The intent of whatever buying is almost there. You just need to convince, you just need to connect with your whatever services you offer.
And it's an education program, and
So you say that
a cultural change rather than anything else. So the opportunity is definitely there. Thanks. Soumya Kalra has a question.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
So when you were answering the question that if I have a product and somebody else has the same one, so what was the answer for that? I actually got disconnected.
Same product listed where?
Yeah, on Jewelxy, if I have similar products to some other lister as well.
It's pretty simple. Any local market you go, there are 100 shops. Is the customer relation, how you talk to them, how you deal with them, and how do you emotionally connect with them? Of course, price matters. That is a simple answer. Price matters. The key thing is the way you should be thinking is, how do you reach to a potential customer before any of your competitor does? That is the power of technology. It doesn't see whether you are big or small, whether you got huge number of products in stock or not, whether the product physically available with you or not. So there are so many avenues you can open and progress.
Thank you.
We have Bhavesh Sanghvi who wants to ask a question.
Yeah, hi Jay.
Hi.
Hemal, I wanted to ask you a question about the current scenario.
Sure.
Can you throw some light on what is the buyer sentiment just now at this present time for Akshaya Tritiya? So how would you feel like? What is the current scenario? Can you throw some light on that?
So let me tell you something about what's happening in Jewelxy at the moment. That might help you.
Sure.
We have got a huge boost in the users of our business customers, not end consumers. End consumers has got different priorities at the moment. But at the same time, any end consumer looking for anything they want, apart from Akshaya Tritiya, anything they want, even considering it's an occasion whereby we drive a lot of traffic and a lot of consumers to our stores, anybody who's keen to buy, they are going to contact you. And the fastest medium is, like, obviously you must be connected with WhatsApp, but this is the way you can offer. Having an online catalog, you can offer a lot more to see.
Okay, so you mean to say that you have been getting inquiries for Akshaya Tritiya, your suppliers, those are on Jewelxy right now?
Yes, I'm saying at the moment, the businesses are active at the moment because they know this is the best time to utilize and go upload their products and create a nice catalog. So more and more people can contact them. So the idea is more and more people with right intent to buy products, they can reach the right person, and that could be anybody.
Okay. One more question, that do you give a logistic support, like when the sale happens? So do you have a logistic partner or someone?
As of now, Jewelxy.com, it doesn't have that service.
Okay, fine, great. Thank you very much.
Very quickly, I'm going to carry on with the questions, so please keep the questions going. Rinkesh ji, I think we're doing very, very well. I know it's going on, and we still have quite a good attendee here, and I think these are genuine questions. It's not as if we have anything else to do, anywhere to go today. So I'm happy to carry on with this marathon of questions and answers. And again, all of us can put our answers forward as well. But Mr. Prasad Kapre is with us at the moment. He was the former head of De Beers in India, and we're very happy to have him in the attendee list. I would just like to bring him on board as a panelist very quickly, so that he can say a few words and give us a benefit of his experience and insights. 1 minute. I'm just going to upgrade him, but of course we will definitely carry on with the questions. But I'm just going to promote him to panelist, and then we can get a few words from Mr. Kapre as well.
Yes, please.
Hi, Mr. Kapre. How are you?
Hello.
Hi, Mr. Kapre.
Hi. Okay.
Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much. In fact, I've been listening to you the whole entire presentation, and it's quite insightful. And also the fact that, Pan-India network of jewelers coming together, that actually goes to show the power of coming together and the economies of scale, and how we can all, actually come together and work together and enjoy the benefit. In fact, I have been going through a lot of reports, which has been done both by Boston Consulting Group and McKinsey. I mean, these are the two which they have done specific to the Indian market at the moment. But nonetheless, what is very interesting, which emerges out of this, is that there is a whole lot of consumers who are actually enjoying this digital journey, and they are doing shopping for the first time. So almost there has been a surge of 62% in the last 15-20 days, literally. And it's here to stay, because once you get hooked onto it, then this becomes the new normal. So that's one. Second is also the fact that even if the market, as and when it opens up, nobody's going to rush to the stores. I mean, forget the jewelry part also. Even otherwise, people will maintain their social distancing. People would like to be very careful. And there again, I think the digital world is going to make a huge impact, and it's going to make a huge difference. And the third is also the fact that even when we say, without the touch and feel, it doesn't sell. One is, of course, the carrot lane, which has proved this wrong. But nonetheless, even if you actually carry on with something like this, and you get hooked on to Jewelxy, or you get listed there, the fact remains that you mentioned about O2O, that is offline to online. But I think even if you're getting queries, you can still send those goods to consumers, residences. So you can still be reaching them even if they don't want to come to your store. So I think this is the way to go. It's a wonderful platform. And I mean, I would strongly recommend as a group, everyone actually gets onto this, for a simple reason that jo dikhta hai wo bikta hai.
Thank you, sir. I truly appreciate.
So दिखना तो चाहिए, मगर क्योंकि जब मैं भी अगर किसी रेस्टोरेंट में जाता हूँ, and if I'm going to go for a buffet, now there may be 300 dishes, not that you're going to have all 300, but the fact is that just you just out of impulsive your nature, you tend to say, let me just try it, So something of that sort actually happens. And even if there is, I mean, I know there have been questions which people have been talking about the competition and things like that. And, I mean, competition is going to exist, and that's the best way to keep you on your toes, because you have to be better than the rest. So
absolutely.
And this platform actually gives you that, because it keeps giving you a lot of feedback, because how many customers came in, how many actually came to your website, how many ended up buying, is going to give you a lot of insight into not only your products, but also how to market it. And I think that's where these kind of platforms will work. I have one question actually.
Yes, sir.
Do you have this only in English, or is it in vernacular languages as well possible?
The platform itself?
Yeah.
Sir, everything is in English at the moment. I tell you why it's in English, because technically, whatever we are dealing with, like any products we are dealing with,
right,
we know how to mention, how to talk about these things. Like we know what is wastage and what is labor. There is no conversion required for those words. When we
right,
talk about products like bangles or rings or necklace, of course, when it comes to local language, you can mention in Gujarat specifically, a bangle could be a kada, it could be a patla, it could be a kadli. But again, a person who is going to communicate for that particular product, he knows what to mention. So that is the reason, I mean, there is no requirement of any conversions, one. And secondly, I mean, people know, I mean, because of technology, they have upgraded themselves so much. I don't think it's required at all.
No, you'll be surprised actually, because my experience was very different when I had done this Bajrangi Bhaijan.
I'm sure you have, sir. Yes.
You know, and actually there were so many consumers who wanted to get, because I kept saying it's available on Amazon, why don't you just go there?
Yeah.
And the entire, you know, feedback was, Sir ji, wo to Angrezi mein hai. Hum kaise type kare?
Right.
You know? So anyway, I mean, I know it's early days and a long way to go.
I will definitely think about this.
Yeah, because and actually I gave this feedback to Amazon, and then they did actually start in 38 different languages.
Okay.
So, you know, so that feedback was very well taken by Amazon, and obviously it has.
No, we should take it as well, sir. It's a lot to us.
Yeah, it's just a consumer insight, you know. So you never know.
Definitely.
Okay. So
thank you, sir. Thank you very much. I truly appreciate.
Yeah, and good luck to you. Good luck, Jayant. Lovely.
Thanks, Prasadji. It's great. And we also have Mr. Punit Datta in the who is a committee member of Pan India Network, and I'd like to also invite him to the panel very quickly. Say a few words. Give me a second. Hi, Punit ji.
Hello, can you guys hear?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to get you to start your video.
All right, okay.
Hi, Punit ji.
Hi, how are you?
Yeah, great. Great, thank you very much.
The basic, whenever I have interacted with people here in India, the basic things we have always been apprehensive about is the mode of delivery and securing our payments, because I don't think the government is very proactive as far as allowing us to send jewelry by courier. So as e-commerce is concerned, I think these are the two major problems which we have always faced here. Hello.
You know, interesting, Punitji, that's a great question. And I just want to cut in on this in terms of one of the powers we have as Pan India Network is, imagine we've got a customer, let's say I'm based in Bangalore, you know, let's say I'm Praveen Bhai in Bangalore and you are there in Delhi. And let's say Praveen Bhai's customer is based in Delhi and he's looking at Praveen Bhai's product. Couldn't it be possible that Praveen Bhai books an appointment and sends the product to your premises for you to close the sale?
I'm sure once the trust factor is deeper between the members, which all these PIN meetings and webinars and Zoom meetings are helping surely, I'm sure that would be the way forward. But that is only because we are part of PIN.
Absolutely, because the trust is there, the relationships are there, and we can have this mass collaboration on a national level.
Absolutely.
So it's incredible how, you know, the potential can really be leveraged just because we're a pan-India network, and to be able to have that trusting relationship between different retailers pan-India would really open up some amazing opportunities.
I'm sure this is
I've got Mr. In fact, I mentioned Praveen ji, and I'm just going to upgrade him to panel as well, so he can say a few words. Praveen ji, hi, how are you?
Hello.
Hi, Praveen ji, how are you?
Yeah, fine, sir. How are you also? Thank you for hosting this beautiful meeting, sir. It might helpful for all. So I have a question regarding this. I've compared. Actually, I'm very aggressive to start this e-commerce platform, but I've seen that a lot of people they give very fancy websites, and the platform which Jewelxy has is a bit like a conventional website. Is it a fixed template, or you had different template also for this? I wanted to ask him.
It's not about
Templates and all.
it's not about the template or the fancy websites. There are certain specific data which has been obviously goes through between technical teams everywhere. So first thing comes is user experience, and now user experience is improved in a lot of different ways. First of all, I mean, if you see, the era is less is more, the power of less. So when you say simple, and that is the most complex process has been simplified. That is the simple thing. And because it has been simplified, the navigation can be done much more quicker and smoother. So if you go through the filters, and if you go through the menus, user can reach wherever they want, much quicker than fancy designs. Because fancy designs you need in an offline store. Yes, you need fancy whatever lights and tables and showcases and whatever. But on the website is user experience. A lot of demand of Google being a technical team. Google has got so many. We have to follow so many instructions from Google. So that is what we consider, and that's how we are able to bring you on top ranking.
Okay, something like you work like SEO.
Say,
Yeah, is it like something like SEO, sir? Because the whoever pays more premium, the website will be on the top priority. Is it so? Like that in your Jewelxy?
Well, what we do at the moment is, if you want to start something tomorrow without paying a single penny to any SEO companies, you can start tomorrow. But to optimize something, to get ranking, yeah, you need to constantly watch the analytics and optimize accordingly. But to get the analytics, the site or the platform itself has to be optimized or SEO ready first. So what we offer is SEO ready, that you are going to start getting all the information, whatever you need to optimize the platform later on. Platform means your website. The system is ready to offer you that service.
Fine, sir. Thank you so much for your
experience.
If I can add to this point, Pravinji, you've asked a very good question, because everyone.
So in fact, I've spoken to some e-commerce consultant. They said that better you should have your own platform instead of going for tomorrow if you're not able to. Your data and something like that. So how safe is our data, sir? Because what happens, customer data is a very important part of our retail business. We have to not less than 20,000 customers, but the data and all, everything they say, they should have their own platforms and all like that. How do you suggest these things?
There are various different options. First of all, when you say customer data, that can be handled with your ERP or CRM system, so nothing to do with your website directly. If you say, when you're talking about website data, we at Jewelxy, we offer you a service. If you move to someone else, we transfer the rights to someone else, whatever technical team you hire, they can see and they can start using whatever you have received in whatever years. So for us, moving towards that is the whole idea, that you start with something and then gradually you upgrade yourself, and at any point of time, if you want to leave, you take all your data.
Okay, fine. That's what that is happens actually in e-commerce. Okay, thank you so much for giving opportunities.
Hello, Jayant bhai.
Hi, sorry, we have a question from Shruti Kapadia. Hi, Shruti ji, how are you? Please ask your question.
Hi, Mr. Jayant. I'm really happy to be the part of this interesting conversation. Of course, this is the topic right now in most of the jewelers' mind in the current scenario. So thank you for doing the seminar. My question is that we have just heard all B2C related questions here. And my major business is I'm a manufacturer, and I manufacture for jewelers, right? So how this platform, will the manufacturer be looking for jewelers here, or the platform can help jewelers find the manufacturer here? I don't think there'll be too many manufacturers right now associated, or are there manufacturers listed on this platform too?
Well, the answer to the question is, we have 87,000 verified businesses on our platform. So if you say percentage wise, if you segregate 4 different segments, could be Karigar, wholesaler, manufacturers and retailers. Even if you split 25% each, you can almost see almost 20,000 each. So
okay.
Everybody is there. There is no such thing as who is there and who is not there. In terms of boosting your business, reaching to the retailers, platform offers you a direct access through Google, that if somebody is searching with an intent, they can reach to you. That's first.
Right.
That's the platform's job.
Right.
Second is your website, which is SEO optimized. Again, when you promote your website from different platforms and bring traffic to your website, that is how also you can connect to retailers as well. And thirdly, Jewelxy team itself, we promote you in Jewelxy events offline. We refer you offline. Again, we help you optimize both your products uploading on your website and Jewelxy portal. And that's how all these three things cumulatively works behind the force whereby you can get more and more inquiries, and you can grow faster.
Great, Hemal bhai. Thank you so much. Just like when you say refer offline, so there are some events that you hold where
That's
you
correct.
promote
Yeah,
this
I
thing?
did mention we do a digital awareness program in different cities whereby we contact all the retailers, and we give an option to all wholesalers and manufacturers whereby they can have a kind of mini area, a table or stall, whereby they can directly meet to a specific segment, 300 or 400 jewelers in that particular city, and that's how you can promote your product as well.
Thank you so much, Hemal bhai. It's a great tool that you have got to all of us. Thank you.
Thank you.
We have Darpan Agarwal wanting to ask a question.
Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Hi,
yeah, am I
Darpanji.
audible?
Yep.
Yeah, my question is, I'm having already my domain name registered, but I've not created my website.
Right.
Can I do it through your Jewelxy?
Again, that's our forte, sir. You don't worry about any technical stuff. You just tell me when you want to start.
So that domain name can be used with
It
that.
can be transferred. It can be used wherever it is. It can be used.
Okay. And one more question I want to ask: are you giving any special offers for any PIN members?
I need to speak to Rinkesh bhai because we have not discussed anything about the pricing, how many people join, so what option. Because what the thing is, we have a variety of packages, variety of options. So which options you might go for, or how many people in a group can go for particular option. So you need to discuss about that with Rinkesh bhai.
Yes,
Okay.
I would like to add here something. So
Sure.
members, this was basically we wanted all of you to get education on the website, its benefits. Now Jewelxy is a marketplace, and your own website, that is something different. But getting both the will benefit you in two different ways. So apart from all those benefits which you get from Jewelxy, there is one more benefit that we will be able to communicate easily, to see our stock between us very easily.
Yes.
And of course, once we get to know that how many members are interested, we will have the numbers with us, and I will put forward to Hemal bhai to consider about the pricing as well. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Next question, please, Jayant bhai.
Thanks,
Sir, can I-
Darpanji. We've got Naveen Patel wanting to ask a question. Hi, Naveenji.
हाँ जी सर. Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
सर मैं पूछना चाहता कि what is the average footfall of silver items on your website?
So we have almost 4 lakh impression every month. So we are talking about 50 lakh impressions per year.
50 lakh impression per year.
Yeah, and silver probably the third largest. First is gold, second is diamond, and third is silver. So even if it is
Okay.
we can say what, about 20%.
20% of 50 lakhs. Nice.
Yes.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Hello.
Hi.
Yeah, thank you, sir. It's okay.
Yes, so we have another question. I think Kalyani wants to say something. Kalyani, are you there? Jayant bhai, can you get Kalyani ji on the line? I think there must be some error.
Shall I pick up the question from the chat?
Yes, please do it.
Basically, it's from Kalyani Deshpande. She asked, she or he, I don't know. Yeah, can we get some demo? How will dashboard looks like? So it's pretty simple answer. You just register for free and you can start exploring Jewelxy straight away right now. And
Also, I think if someone has any difficulties or to understand about the features, I think you have a team who can support them online.
Yes, I will pass on all the details. Once we finish, I'll show the last slide. All the contact details, how to contact my team.
Okay. If somebody just wants to go on the site and understand the features, and if he has any problem in understanding those features, he can contact.
He can always reach us. Yeah, our team are working from home, so obviously working hours is 9 to 6 as it was before as well. So between this during hours or working hours, you can always contact.
Great. About we have a question from Ravi Agrawal. What are the range-bound products sold on Jewelxy or any other e-commerce platform?
I need to understand a bit more in detail. Range is what you're talking about. I mean, is it the price? Is it the category? See, there are companies that are taking orders of above 50,000, above 1 lakh by order only. And there are companies selling a lot more products less than 15,000 price. So again, it depends what product you are dealing in, what segment you want to reach. Apart from selling online, there are 9 other objectives, whether you want to just make a brand awareness, just want to bring more inquiries, just want to bring more people to your store. There are different things. So unless and until you start doing something, there is no right answer. What is the exact bracket? It varies to business according to the strategies.
We have a question from Mr. Atul Shah. He's asking about what about the payment gateway?
There are a lot of different payment gateways available. Obviously, they charge 2 to 3% transactions. There are limitations, or some payment gateway only takes payments from India. Some payment gateways only dealing outside India. So there are options. Yes. Again, you can contact us and we can discuss about it.
All right.
Thanks, Rinkesh ji. Sorry, I got disconnected, but I'm back again. But you carry on with the questions. We still have good attendees here, so I think everyone wants to carry on with questions.
I think I was taking randomly from the question answers. If you can just try to get it from the same.
Okay, so we have got Darpanji wanting to ask a question. 1 minute.
Yeah, hi.
Hi, Darpanji.
Yeah, I want to know, do you have anyone in Pearl segment?
Pearl Jewelleries, we have customers from Surat. And the best part is, if there are less people on board, there is the best chance of getting on Google as soon as possible.
Yeah, because I am in Pearl's Jewellery, so I want to get started it as soon as possible.
That's what I said. I mean, like I said, the search engine job is to refer more and more content to the people looking for the product. And if that product is not being offered to Google itself, he cannot refer. So Jewelxy offers that service. Basically, he can push your products to Google as soon as possible. And if there are less competitors, it could be rather Jewelxy or on the Google itself. You got really best chance to reach more people.
Okay.
So sooner you start, it's better for you.
Yeah, I want to get it started as soon as.
Thanks, Darpanji. And
I think, sir, we have one very interesting question from Mr. Krishnan Chopra.
Yeah.
Okay.
Asking, my website has been active for 3 years, but sales aren't coming through. Pinpoint why.
So I would like to ask more questions. It depends on whether he is telling his customers that he has a website, number one. How up to date the website is, whether it is a true reflection of the stock that he holds, whether it is livestock, Has he integrated that? Is he continuously adding new products? What is his level of engagement with his customer? What is he doing? Any search engine optimization? How much visibility he has? Because ultimately, if you have a website and no one knows about it, it's not going to give you any results. And I think all these different strategies, how much social media engagement there is, whether he's running any competitions online, is he informing his customers? So I think visibility, how much visibility there is very important. And one of the things that we can do is there's a lot of tools where you can measure the data, you can look at the traffic that's coming in on a particular website, and then gauge what is that traffic, how is it behaving. Imagine one of the key benefits of e-commerce today is you can see all the data, everything is visible. You can see how that data, how that person who comes to your website, what pages they visit, what they looked at, how long they spent looking at it. If they were using a mobile, okay, what their behavior was. If they were using their desktop, what their behavior was, what pages they exited from. So there's so much data, so much information that customer journey on your website can throw out, that there's a lot of opportunities to improve and continuously improve. But in order to improve, you first have to look at the data. And when you don't look at the data, then how do you know what to improve? So this is very, very important. That data is everything. I live by a very simple funda. Okay, if you don't measure it, you can't move it.
Correct. Very well said, Jayant. But let me add something very simple to it as well. That if you have got offline store, yeah, you do measure every single day how many people walked in and what was the sale end of the day. And if your staff tells that some customer are looking for some products and we didn't have in stock, next day we get that product in the stock and we start selling it. So like Jayant bhai very well said, the data, this is the data that's exactly happening online, that you have to see online as actual store, whatever you have been doing so many years on offline stores, optimizing, increasing your conversion. Same thing technically you have to do online as well.
Okay. So also apart from this, it is important that we should do it in the correct way. Besides having the data, what if we were the wrong way and we didn't get a proper result? It also as you said before, Hemal bhai, that it depends the way your content has been loaded. It depends on that how the Google ranks you, and according to that you will get. So the way of doing is also very important.
Let me add something to you. Somebody asked about the fancy design and the simple design. We have seen, again, it's a bigger percentage, I might be wrong, but again, we have seen almost 8 out of 10 websites are just plain online business cards and nothing else. All it says, we deal in certain products, and it's like an album and it's not like a catalog. There is no details available of any products which has got, whether it's a gold jewelry, what's the length, what's the weight. So it's not functional, it's not engaging. It is there. So in the back of your mind, you know that, yeah, I have a website, but again, there is no real functionality happening on the website. So it's no good anyway.
In fact, I have come across various such websites have really not mentioned any details about the product. Even if there is a buyer, even if we are getting some leads from the Google, there should be something written in a way that it creates a curiosity.
So these websites are called albums, not catalogs.
Yeah, much over, it's like a visiting card.
Yeah, it's like wedding albums. If I come to your place and if you're showing me a wedding album, yeah, you have to tell me who is who. Nobody can understand by itself. When you're talking about online consumer experience, they need to know everything in detail, and then only they might contact you.
So I want to add to this, because the effort isn't in actually creating the website. The effort is what happens once you have a website. The real effort starts after. So, you have to, you buy a car, you have to know how to drive it, you have to know what fuel to put into it. So it's not just, the story doesn't end that, okay, I've got a car sitting in my driveway. You have to learn everything around it. You have to know how to navigate, and you have to learn how to look at the instruments. You have to learn which gear to shift. Okay. So the real work starts once you have got the car.
So this is what
that's how you go from A to B.
We give you like whatever car you want. It could be Maruti, Mercedes, or Rolls Royce, whatever. We tell you also how to drive and what you need to be careful of. But end of the day, like you said very well, you have to drive.
And that driving process is looking at the instruments, looking at the data, measuring the data. Even when something is not working, that's useful information. Trust me.
Yes, it
When
is.
something doesn't work, that throws out the questions. And when you ask questions, you get answers. So it's really important to look at the entirety of that. Rinkesh, we're going quite well. We've gone for 2 hours today. And I know that there's a lot more questions being asked. Our attendee list has been dwindling over time. And I'm just wondering, do we want to carry on or do we close it? Or if there's any pressing questions, I've still got 3 raised hands. So Mr. Deepak Vora is wanting to ask a question. Let's just have a look at that question. Give me a second. Hi, Deepak ji, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Brilliant, very well done, Jayant. Now, my question is a very generic and very general question at the same time. We all know that there is now, in the age group of 25 to 35, the buying power is there. But there, the competition is not only amongst jewelries, different kind of jewelry or different kind of jewelers. It's also with other generic products, electronics and, I want, my son would like to give his wife a gift, and so it may not be, unlike 25 years ago, a jewel piece of jewelry, but maybe an electronic gadget. Now, our website will not give us any kind of data on that, but I'm trying to find out if Jewelxy has done some research on that.
I got a very simple answer for this, sir. I mean, those were the days where people used to celebrate occasions. It's gone. People celebrate moments now. If somebody's got a new job and first paycheck, they celebrate. If they got met someone, a new friend, they celebrate. Mother's Day, Father's Day, so many occasions they celebrate. So now the best part is there are so many different moments available where people celebrate. We just need to tap in. We just need to reach the right people, and irrespective ticket size, it's their intent and their need. So first thing is your presence and reach the right people. And that right people number in India, it's like you said, a bracket of 25 to 35. So there are 80 crore. 80 crore people I'm talking about.
It's very interesting. I want to add to this. It's very interesting because let's say if I wanted to celebrate a moment, like you said, Hemal bhai, and I go to an electronics website, I will see the product, I will see the information, I'll see the biodata, I'll see the technical information, I'll see the price, I'll be able to compare the same product in multiple different vendors, and I'll be able to purchase the product. How often can a person who is looking at a choice between electronic item do ya kuch jewelry piece do, okay, and they try and look for the jewelry information and they can't find it. So ultimately frustration में क्या होता है कि अरे छोड़ना अभी jewelry नहीं लेंगे या electronic में ले लेता हूँ, because why? They have got all that visibility, they've got the product, they've got the presentation, they've got the information. So again, that's another thing that we're not competing internally within the industry, but we have to show our best light.
Yeah, we are not really utilizing the potential. We are losing it. We are not reaching the right
so if
people.
someone, if it's a choice between going on holiday, अच्छा yes moment आ रहा है, ये celebration करना है, तो I want to go either holiday जाएंगे या कोई electronic TV लेते हैं घर पे, या I'll buy a piece of jewelry. So if they are looking for these 3 options, okay, or some designer product, and if we look at 3-4 options, then quite frankly, when someone enters and starts looking at the jewelry segment, they might not have the information because we are not making that effort and we're not measuring the data the same way the other industries are. So the other industries are way ahead of the game.
Absolutely.
When it comes to being visible and also having product information and the transparency. And I'm not talking about transparency in terms of कि इसका breakdown कहाँ है. And I'll give you some insight, very interesting insight. My core customer, from our point of view, from Pure Joe's point of view, I know it is based in UK, but my core customer traditionally buys gold with the breakdown. Okay, gold kitna hai, labor kitna hai, VAT kitna hai. Lekin aap manenge, online, when a customer comes to my website, we don't give the breakdown, we give an MRP price, and aram se MRP price ke upar chal raha hai. So can you imagine the behavior metric of a customer when they're on my website is completely different when the same customer walks into my store. So they're more willing to trust me with my product, with the price I have on my website, than when they walk into the physical store. Because when they walk into the physical store, they're in that gold market, right? So when they're on our website, okay, they're looking at the product, they're seeing the information, we're talking about the visual aspect of it, and they're saying, "Ke budget mein fit ho raha hai ki nahi? Does this fit my pocket? Agar pocket mein fit ho gaya, to ye kharid liya, baat khatam. Zyada question nahi puchenge." So this is a very interesting difference in behavior that we're experiencing as a company.
We don't see any difference or don't see any competition with other product categories.
So, so what happens is that as long as we are presenting ourselves in the best way possible, then at least we are worthy of being a choice.
Absolutely.
I think that's the approach. So that's why our industry really, in order to compete with other product categories, we need to move forward in this segment. That's what it is. Darpanji has got a question. Let me just ask, get Darpanji on. Hi, Darpanji. Hi, Darpanji. In fact, Pravinji has got a question. Let me just ask. Hi, Pravinji.
Sir, once again to interrupt. Actually, actually being a retailer, would your company provide us a CAD and CAM designs in our website so that people can opt for either gold, either white gold, either platinum, the same design a customer can, and also there be the detail of the diamond, how many diamonds and what is the quality of diamonds. Is that facility there in your Jewelxy? I just want to know, sir.
As a Jewelxy.com platform at the moment is nothing there, but in your website we can customize and we can offer the solution.
No, because it takes a lot of data and all, no, because the detailing is a very big issue for retailing.
Well, like I said, as of now, we don't have in Jewelxy.com, and we are very centric in terms of creating more traffic and awareness about your brand and creating more leads.
Okay.
So in that perspective, we are working hard. How can we do that? Rather than customizing all the elements of that particular product, we want customer to come and see you, talk to you, and once you start interacting, that is the best way we can do it.
So one more thing, can you integrate with the website who's giving all these services?
Sorry, can you what?
I know one person who's giving the services. Can you collaborate with them and both of you can make a proper platform for us?
Yeah, you can contact us once we finish this and we can discuss about it.
Fine, super. Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Pravinji.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
So, Rinkesh, we have Darpanji has got his hand raised, but he's not asking any question. So we don't have any more hands raised. Yes, and sir. I'm just wondering if you've got any questions, or do you want to wrap it up today? Yes. Or if we've got any other Q&As online, because we've still got good attendees present.
Okay. I think we are satisfied with the answers we received, and the questions, almost every question have been answered. So I would just like to first end up this by giving a special thanks to Hemal Bhai for taking so much efforts and time and energy and answering everything. And I want to assure I look forward for all our digital partner needs. I consider you as a PIN's digital partner, and I hope we get more members enrolling through you, and you also give all the support you can. Thank you.
I truly appreciate PIN members and Rinkesh Bhai, Jayant Bhai for these efforts and introducing us to the PIN group. Especially also all the participants who have participated and took interest and asked the questions. And finally, my team who helped me to design all the presentation and bring the right format so that we can convey the message. Rinkesh ji, any questions anybody has got, you can always forward it to me. I will WhatsApp you all the information, how they can reach us. And if you have got something in group, you can discuss and we can discuss about that as well.
Absolutely, sir. Absolutely.
Thank you very much, everyone. And thanks for taking your valuable time today with us. And we look forward to answering any questions you may have. And thank you, Hemal Bhai. Thank you, Rinkesh ji. And we look forward to the next session.
Thank you all. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.